The winter of 2025-2026 has transformed Ukraine's battlefields into a surreal tableau of Russian defeat, far from the Kremlin's vision of a swift, high-tech war. Along the frozen Kherson front, Russia's most advanced tanks sit abandoned, not from enemy fire, but from a crippling lack of fuel. Soldiers, shivering in -20 degrees, huddle for warmth as their vehicles become useless iron coffins. Where once military trucks rumbled, now donkeys and horses haul ammunition through the snow. A medieval regression that's gone viral on Telegram. The Russian military, boasting hypersonic missiles, now relies on beasts of burden, a stark symbol of systemic collapse. This chaos is no accident. It's the result of Ukraine's deliberate campaign to starve Russia's war machine by targeting its fuel supply and delivery. The war is being won not just with bullets, but by starving the enemy into submission. Russia's entire military logistics system is built on Soviet-era push logistics, relying almost exclusively on vast railways to move fuel and supplies. Trains carry massive loads to depots behind the front, then trucks push supplies forward, assuming rail lines stay secure. This system's efficiency is also its Achilles heel. It's inflexible and vulnerable to disruption. If refineries or railways are hit, the whole supply chain seizes up. For years, Russia's network held. But as Ukraine shifted focus to deep strikes, the vulnerability became clear. Ukrainian strategists realized they didn't need to win every tank battle, just prevent the tanks from ever reaching the fight. The new campaign targeted the very arteries of Russia's war effort. Ukraine's first move was a bold campaign against Russian oil refineries, using long-range drones to strike deep into Russian territory. The goal inflict lasting damage, not just temporary disruption. The February 2026 strike on the Lucille refinery in Volgograd, a key southern logistics hub, forced a complete shutdown and crippled fuel supplies to the front. Earlier, a naval drone attack in Crimea destroyed 250,000 tons of fuel, erasing Russia's regional buffer. By early 2026, nearly 40% of Russia's refining capacity was offline, sending shockwaves through the Kremlin. The steady flow of fuel became a trickle, shattering the illusion of a distant contained war. Ukraine proved it could turn Russia's industrial strength into a profound weakness. With refineries crippled, Ukraine's next move was to sever Russia's rail lifelines. Pro-Ukrainian partisans, like the Atesh movement, launched relentless sabotage campaigns, paralyzing supply routes behind enemy lines. A single act, blowing up the main rail link to Crimea, stranded fuel trains, and made them easy targets for Ukrainian drones. Forced to switch from rail to road, Russia's supply system broke down. Hundreds of vulnerable trucks clogged muddy roads, draining precious fuel. Logistical efficiency plummeted, and the system, never designed for this chaos, collapsed further. Ukraine's attacks forced Russia's war machine off its steel tracks and onto a slow, deadly road to nowhere. The result is a humanitarian and operational disaster for Russian troops. With fuel nearly gone, commanders ordered all engines and heaters shut off, leaving soldiers to freeze in -30 degrees. Tanks and artillery became immobile targets, easily destroyed or abandoned when fuel ran out. Radio intercepts reveal panic, crews can't escape, infantry loses armored support, and vehicles are deserted not from damage, but from empty tanks. Desperate, Russian units now use horses and donkeys to move supplies, a humiliating regression for a modern army. To protect dwindling fuel, military transports are disguised as civilian trucks, but these tricks can't hide the scale of collapse. Morale has cratered, soldiers are freezing, starving, and see their advanced equipment rendered useless. The will to fight is eroding, exposing the hollow reality behind Russia's military might. As if Ukrainian strikes weren't enough, Russia's crisis is worsened by rampant corruption. Fuel scarcity has spawned a black market, with commanders stealing and selling supplies meant for the front. Chechen Akhmat units, exposed by Ukrainian intelligence, intercepted diesel shipments and sold them for profit, leaving frontline brigades stranded. This theft creates a vicious cycle: shortages fuel corruption, which deepens the shortages. Soldiers suffer as their own superiors profit, shattering trust and morale. Corruption is endemic throughout the supply chain, making official fuel reports meaningless. The rot within is paralyzing Russia's army as effectively as any Ukrainian drone. The logistical collapse has spread beyond the battlefield, triggering a crisis across Russian society. Military fuel grabs and refinery losses have led to severe civilian shortages. In Crimea, gasoline is rationed to 20 liters per person. Daily life is paralyzed, businesses crippled, and panic spreads as even oil-rich Russian cities see endless gas lines and public unrest. The sight of rationing in one of the world's top oil producers is eroding the social contract that underpins Putin's rule. Strategically, the crisis is blinding Russia's air defenses. S-400 systems and radars go silent as diesel generators run dry, opening the skies to Ukrainian attack. The collapse paralyzes the army, breeds corruption, degrades defenses, and foments unrest at home. Oil and gas revenues are projected to plummet, deepening Russia's economic woes. Ukraine has shown that by attacking the foundations of Russia's war effort, it can achieve victory not just on the battlefield, but by starving the enemy into submission.